Hey there guys, welcome back to another Slightly Rednecked video. Again, my name's Chris. Today we're going to be working on baby rabbits. If you guys have been following the channel for a little while, you know that my doe was bred December 13th. Today is January 10th. So it's probably pretty close time to put the nest box in. She's got a couple more days before she's due, but you never know exactly with rabbits. You don't want to put a nest box in too early because then there's a good chance they're just going to use it as a litter box. And you don't want to wait too late because you don't want her to have her babies before she has the nest box. So there's a good, easy way to tell if she's ready to put her nest box in or not, if she's ready to build a nest. I'm going to take you guys in there here in a second and show you. But, you know, this is my nest box. It's the wire nest box that I use. And I just stuffed it, or I lined it with some cardboard, just cut some cardboard to size, stuffed it in there, and stuffed it about as full of straw as I could get it. So we're going to go in to see if she's ready for it or now or not. If she's not, I'll just set it on top of the cage, wait a couple of days, try again, or try again tomorrow probably, try every day. So, you know, again, she's got about 3 days before she hits that 30-day mark. This is a good time to check and see if she's ready to build her nest or not. All right, so we're in the rabbit shed now. It's going to be a little hard. I can't get in camera with you while I'm dealing with her, but here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take a handful of this straw, just a little bit really. It doesn't have to be a whole handful. Just a little bit of straw. We're going to throw it in the cage, see how she reacts to it, and see if she starts showing some nest building behavior. And it doesn't look like it. She's just kind of nibbling on the hay. Or the straw, I should say. So she's not ready for her nest yet. I'll check again tomorrow and see. There'll be a very clear sign when she is. I'm gonna watch her here for a minute or two, but chances are it doesn't look like she's ready to build her nest. All right, so like I said, that right there is just, I mean, that's why you don't want to put the nest box in too early. You can see what she's doing. She's just kind of playing with the straw. She's eating it. She's nibbling on it. There's no sense in me putting a nest box in right now because if I do, she's just going to be eating the straw. She's going to be throwing it everywhere, probably wasting it. So there's no sense in me putting it in right now. What I'll do is I'll try again tomorrow. What I'm looking for is very distinctive behavior from her. She's going to do what we call hay stashing, or I guess straw stashing in this situation, where she just gathers it up in her mouth and she starts walking around the cage with it hanging out both sides of her mouth. It'll be very, very obvious, and I'll show you guys whenever it's time for that. But we'll check again tomorrow and see how she does. Let me look at her again just to make sure. Nah, she's just eating. So she's not ready for her nest yet. She's got 3 days, so it's not too early. We'll check again tomorrow. We'll see how she does then. All right, so it's the next day after work, 4:30 in the afternoon or something like that. So we're gonna go check again. We're gonna see if she's ready to build her nest or not yet. She's still got, you know, about 2-3 days before, you know, I would really expect her to have the babies. I mean, before it's, you know, really time. They go for about 30 days before they're, you know, have their babies. Today's January 11th. She was bred on December 12th, 13th. I don't remember. I wrote the date down. 13th. So she's got, you know, a day or two before it's like, you know, really expected to have the babies. But, you know, this is the time to start checking to see if she's ready to build her nest. So let's go take a look and see if she is. Okay, and again, I won't be able to get in the frame with you guys, but you get the basic idea. So we're going to take a handful of straw, just a little bit here. We're going to throw it in the cage. Back up. Let's see how she reacts to that straw. Oh, look at that. See how she's gathering it up? She's not eating it now. And then she'll start going around the cage with that. She's gathering it up. She's looking to build a nest now. So she's definitely ready for her nest box. It's all the difference. Just 1 day. That's all it makes. And you can definitely tell the difference. This is, like I said, very distinctive behavior. You know exactly what she's doing there. I'm waiting for her to turn around so you can see kind of what it looks like in her mouth. It's hanging out both sides. I don't know if you can see it from this camera angle or not. Come on this way. Look over here. There you go. Hopefully you can see that. She's not eating it. She's gathering it up. So she is ready for her nest box. She's going to have her babies probably tonight, tomorrow night, anytime. So I got to get this nest box in there, see if I can do this without knocking the camera over. I don't think I can. I got to move the camera back, and then I'll put the nest box in and bring you back in. All right, so the nest box is in there. I just put it back in the back corner. She'll move the box around a little bit, probably wherever she wants it. It doesn't really matter to me. She can put it wherever she wants to put it. But now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be watching her pretty close over the next day or two. Just coming out and check on her, every couple hours that I can. I've got to go to work during the day, but generally she has her babies in the evening time. Most rabbits do in the evening or nighttime. So I'm going to be watching her pretty close and just make sure she has her babies in the nest box. If I find them on the cage floor, I'm going to try to get them as quick as I can and put them in the nest box for her. Chances are what she'll do now, though, is she'll get in there and she'll build herself a nest. She'll pack all that straw down, she'll throw a lot of it out of the box, but she'll build a nest inside that box and be ready to have her babies. All right, so it is morning time. I got to get ready for work. Well, I'm ready for work, but I got to go out and feed the animals, so it's time to check on the doe, but it's still dark outside, so we're going to be using a headlamp today. Hopefully it shows up on camera. We're going to go see how she did. I kind of doubt she's had her babies yet, but it's possible, so we're going to go see how well we can show this all on camera in the dark with a headlamp. I don't know if it's going to show up well or not, but I'm going to take you guys out there. We'll check on her to see how she's doing. All right, looks like she has made quite a mess. I don't see any straw in the nest box. I'm going to have to get in there and dig around and look. What I don't see, though, is any fur pulled, so I doubt she's had her babies yet. I think she kind of looks like she's wanting to build a nest on the cage floor. Let's get in here and take a look, though, just to be sure. One sign, she tends to get very grumpy when she's had babies or even after she's built her nest. So nope, no babies in the nest box. I'm probably blocking things. It's hard for me to show. It's just a pile of straw in there, so let me move it around a little bit. No babies on the cage floor. I think we're good. I'm going to turn this around so I can get into it a little bit easier going forward. And I might bring her out some more straw. In fact, I probably will. But she's throwing a lot of it out on the cage floor. Let me get this light adjusted. And she's got it all right there. So I think what I'm going to do is probably try to clean that straw up, encourage her, and put it back in the nest box so it encourages her to have her babies in the nest box, not on the cage floor. She's, like I said, usually pretty good about having them in the nest box. But I think I'll bring out, she had a kind of a frenzy of nest building activity last night. So I think I'll bring out some more straw and just put it in that nest box for her and give her a chance to build her nest in there. So that's it. It doesn't look like, I'm guessing that she's going to have her babies probably either tonight or tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But right now, it's dark. It's hard for me to show. So again, I'm just going to bring some more straw out, stuff some more straw in that nest box of her, make sure she's got plenty of it to build a nest with, and probably clean this up off the cage floor and throw that in there as well. So, all right, let me get these guys fed, get off to work, and then we'll check on her again when I get home. All right, so made it home from work. Haven't been able to check on her yet. I'm going to bring you guys along with me, but like I said, she's in nest building mode, so I want to keep a pretty close eye on her. I want to check as frequently as I can just to make sure if she has her babies on the wire, I get them in the nest box. That's the most important thing. If I get them, it's cold out. It's not as cold today. It's probably 38 degrees Fahrenheit, something like that, but still, it's cold out. So if they're born on the wire on the cage floor, they're not going to last very long out there, and I want to make sure I get them in the nest box as soon as I can. Now, let's go take a look and let's see how she's doing. Today's the 12th, isn't it? Yeah, the 12th. So, I kind of doubt she's having her babies today. Maybe. She's been pretty energetic about nest building, so that's a good sign that she's about ready to have them. But it's not unusual for that to take a couple of days after she gets to building her nest before she actually has her babies. Let's go take a look and let's see how she's doing now. All right. Now, the first thing I see here is a bunch of fur on the floor of the cage. Now, the fact that she's pulled fur probably means she's either already had her babies or she's getting ready to. I may have been wrong. She may have had them already. So I'm going to have to get in here and take a look. I'm going to pull that nest box up here to the front. She gets pretty grumpy when she's had babies, so she may want to jump at me, lunge at me or something, but we're going to take a look here and see what we can see. I see see fur in the nest box. That's a good sign. No babies in here yet, but I guarantee she's getting ready to have them. So here's what I need to do. I still haven't filled this thing back up with straw yet. I need to go get some more straw. I'm going to fill that up with straw, give her a little bit more nesting material, and let's take a look at the cage floor. No babies on the cage floor. So she's pulling fur. That probably means tonight. She's probably going to have babies tonight. So I need to go get some more straw, bring it up for her, stuff that nest box a little bit fuller for her, give her some more nesting material, and then really watch her tonight. Let me get out of here so we can see what I'm doing. Okay, so when your rabbit has their babies, they do pull that fur from their dewlap, that little flap of skin that hangs down there under their chin, and they'll cover their babies up with them. That's what keeps them warm. Sometimes they'll do it right before they have their babies. Sometimes they'll do it days before they have their babies. This rabbit tends to do it, I mean, like right when she has her babies. So she's due any minute now. I wouldn't be surprised if she doesn't have them before nightfall. I'm going to come out and check on her every couple of hours, every hour or so, and just to make sure, and make sure she's having them in the nest box. But the fact that she pulled fur and put it in the nest box makes me think that's a good sign. That's a sign that she's going to use the nest box when she has her babies. And if she doesn't, I just want to be there as quick as I can, scoop them up, put them in the nest box, gather up any fur that's on the cage floor, and cover them up with that fur. And as long as I do that, they should do just fine. So I'm going to fill her nest box back up with straw, and I'll bring you guys back out with me as I check on her a couple more times this evening. We'll see how she's doing. All right, well, it is the morning of the 13th. I did check on her several times last night. I changed my mind on taking you guys along every time. It's going to be very, very boring footage, me just going in there. Well, nope, she hadn't had them yet. Nope, she hadn't had them yet. Nope, she hadn't had them yet. You get the idea. I just checked on her about every hour, hour and a half, something like that. And then right before I went to bed, she hadn't had the babies yet, and she was just kind of lounging out in the cage. So I'd be very surprised if I don't have babies in there this morning, though. So I'm going to take you guys along with me. It's still dark out because it's early morning and getting ready for work. So again, we'll be using a headlamp today. And I know they look kind of silly, but they are incredibly convenient. So let's go take a look and see if she's had her babies yet. All right, well, I can't tell just by looking from right here. The good thing is I don't see any babies on the cage floor. Let's get in here and take a look at this nest box. Again, she gets pretty grumpy, so I need to... Let's take a look. I don't think there's any babies in there. Oh, hitting the camera, sorry. I know I'm getting in the way. Let me uncover some stuff and find out. I know my arm's in the way. Let me try the other arm. So basically I'm just feeling around. Nope, no babies in there yet. And take a look back here. Okay, watch out, Mama. Watch out. No, get back the other way. Oh, for crying out loud. I'm kind of surprised. I honestly thought she would have had them by now, but she is definitely getting ready to have them. So we'll check back again after I get home from work. We'll see how it goes. And I'll be surprised again if we don't have them by the end of the day. All right, so made it home from work. Again, it's the 13th, so today should be the day. I don't know if she's had them yet or not. We're gonna go check on her one more time. We're gonna see. Okay, right away, I think she's had them because I can see a lot more fur on the cage floor. And you guys probably can't see this in camera over the top of the nest box. I can see a lot more fur inside the nest box too. So let's take a look at them. I also noticed what looks like blood on her front foot, like old stained blood. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but it's common when rabbits have their baby, they do discharge a little bit. So that dirty, and the fact that, oh, I can hear them squeaking. She's jumping in and out of the nest box, so we want to get in here. She's going to be grumpy with me, not going to want me messing with them, but I need to get in here and take a look and see how they're doing. All right, so here we go. Hopefully that's showing up on video. You guys can see that. I know my hand's kind of in the way, but I can't get to it. So it looks like only three. Only three. That's a really small litter for her. She may not be done. She may not be done. And is that one okay? They're very large kits, very large babies. Okay, let me get my hand out of the way. Get the fur off of them. We'll let you take a look. So there they are. How well that's showing up on camera, I can't tilt the nest box anymore. But hopefully you guys can see that. 3 baby rabbits in here. 3. There's some fur up there too. Let's make sure there's nothing up there. Get back, I'm not hurting them, don't worry. So, yeah, I'm not sure if that's it or not. She may still be planning on having some more. Let me get this nest box back in here. Make sure I don't see any on the cage floor, so we're good on that. Let me get back out of here so we can talk and look at the camera. All right, she may not be done having her babies yet. She usually has pretty big litters, 8, 9. There's only 3 in there right now, so that could mean a couple of things. She's a little bit of an older doe. That may mean that she's just aging out. She's about done breeding. If that's all she has is the 3. Or it may mean that she still has some babies she hasn't had yet. So I'll give her a little bit of time. I'll come back and check on them again. You know, getting in there and checking on them like that, I mean, yeah, it bothers her while I'm doing it, but after the fact, it's not going to bother her. She's not going to abandon her babies. There's not going to be any problems with that. You want to get in and check and make sure you don't have any of them that passed away or any of those kinds of things. You want to clean up any of that that's happened. But it looks like they're all doing just fine. So that's pretty much it. I don't have to do anything else. At this point, what I'm going to do is just fill her feeder up, keep it full. I'll watch her, check a couple of more times, maybe tonight or maybe even first thing tomorrow morning, if not tonight, to see if there's any more babies born. And that's it. Just keep an eye on them the next couple of days, make sure none of them pass away. But she's got them covered up with fur really well. They should be fine. They say stay all snuggled together, stay nice and warm. Even though it's going to get down in the 20s Fahrenheit tonight, they're going to be just fine. No worries about that. So, assuming she doesn't have any more babies, this will be the end of the video. If she does have more, I'll come back and talk about that. But just assuming this is it, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully this was helpful. And as always, God bless.